NBC2 Sports with Lucas Mayer.
Hello, folks, and happy College Football Day. A historic game for the Sycamores, a crazy game at the Horseshoe, and high school girls golf sectionals are ahead. First, to Memorial Stadium. We all love watching college sports and attending games where student athletes and their coaches have the opportunity to showcase their hard work. But rarely do spectators get a glimpse away from game day. I'm here to give you an inside look at the Indiana State women's basketball team. After one of the most competitive tournaments in recent memory, Rockville has proven it is deserving of its #1 ranking after leaving the Pizza Hut Wabash Valley Classic champions and still undefeated with their #1 ranking. Now, more than ever, a state title berth seems possible. Hudsonville has a tall mountain to climb in the challenge. They are operating with just over 100 students going up against private schools, prep schools, and public institutions with over 10 times their own student body. It was a dramatic bump day for the Dragon Racing team after calling on Patrick Carpentier to replace Scott Speed. Unfortunately for the Canadian driver, he crashed during practice, effectively ending the team's hopes of qualifying for the Indianapolis 500. For 2 consecutive years, the Carroll Chargers have been celebrating with their fans after the Class 4A state championship game at the expense of the Fighting Irish.
Our Lucas Mayer reports from the West Side.
The story of the 2012 West Vigo boys soccer team starts with 3 captains and a first-year coach attempting to replace 9 starting seniors with just 2 weeks before the season began.
Just thinking, I had no idea what's about to happen. I mean, I literally had no idea. And that's kind of a scary feeling.
So Brady Cole, Nathan Augustus, and Justin Kump sought to recruit fellow Vikings throughout the hallways of West Vigo. The boys headed to the basketball court, gave their pitch, and the roster grew. The Diamond was next, where ball players were convinced they could improve conditioning. Cross-country runners knew their speed could help and wanted to contribute. Finally to the tennis court, where a single racket bearer would step onto the pitch.
They all convinced me that I could succeed at more than one sport, so I figured I'd come try it. Well, in the first place, I was really worried if we'd even have a team. I mean, that seemed like a really big possibility at first. But then knowing that there was going to be a lot of people coming in and a completely new coaching staff, I was a little nervous.
After finally fielding a team, West Vigo's work wasn't done. They still had to worry about teaching basic fundamentals and building chemistry.
We're talking about how you throw in a ball. Got to keep both feet on the ground. You can't pick a foot up. Ball's got to come over your head. When is there a throw in? When do you do a corner kick? When is it a goalie kick?
At first it was rough, but when we started getting all the fundamentals together, then we started adding on and learn how to play.
Challenges still persisted as the season progressed. The veterans had to not only prepare, but help coach the soccer novices as well. Not to mention, DeGroat leaning on his assistants as he learned the game.
It's hard because you don't really know how to explain things to the boys, but they comprehended it well and listened to us.
Cody Jones and Travis Luzader are my assistants, and they've been huge because I'm a first-year head coach who never played soccer, so I'm just as inexperienced as our kids.
The Vikings haven't become a miracle team. They've worked tirelessly and put a competitive team together, compiling a 2-3-1 record in conference play. But their story is about more than wins and losses.
You got to consider these are kids being coached by a coach who's never coached before. They didn't have an off season. Half the teams never played before. And we lost the 3 leading scorers in the history of our program.
The work is not done, as the coaches and remaining players will look to build a sustainable program moving forward. From West Vigo High School, I'm Lucas Mayer, NBC2 Sports.
Tonight is the finale in our 2-part all-access look into the ISU women's basketball program. Tonight, our Lucas Mayer is with the ladies on their favorite day of the week, game day. And as he explains, there's so much more to their day on game day than just the 40-minute basketball game.
It's an early start to game day for Natasha Zurich, who must attempt to focus on school despite being mere hours away from hitting the hardwood.
I have class at 8 every day, so just trying to get up.
Zurich and her teammates must find a balance between schoolwork and game prep, a task that is often difficult to accomplish.
Start thinking about like who our opponent is and like what are their sets and who are like our scout and like who we're guarding and all that stuff. And then I don't have to be like, oh wait, I'm in class, I gotta kind of focus on that.
Once class is over, full attention can be turned to the game. ISU will be taking on Northern Illinois.
Probably gonna go back and look at the scouting report, rest a little bit, and then just kind of stay focused till we get to shoot around.
Making sure they get some shots up, feel good about how they're shooting the ball today, and then yeah, reviewing what the other team's doing.
Sticking to the game day routine is of the utmost importance for the Lady Sycamores.
On a schedule, you're going to class, so you know, we try to keep things as simple and as much on schedule as we can with them.
The mood is less serious for ISU while eating and gives players and coaches a chance to relax.
Off the court's when you really can like be yourself and you can goof around more. After a pregame meal, I'll go home and I'll just like rest and I'll think about like what I'm gonna do in the game, like only positive things.
And finally, the game has arrived. Players dress and warm up, narrowing their focus onto the sole purpose of winning.
Offensively, less than 15 turnovers. We got to get back down below 15, all right? Unforced, remember, no moving screens.
A short team prayer is held.
Power and glory, forever and ever. Amen. Let's go, white team. Say on 3, 1, 2, 3. Say!
Indiana State takes the floor and starts slow, trailing 19-13 with 7 minutes and 18 seconds left in the half, but closes on a 10-3 run, taking the lead by 1. However, the Sycamore coaches are less than thrilled.
Well, I understand that, but you know, be strong with the ball.
No, she's still got to step up.
Adjustments are discussed before talking to the players.
When they went on a 13-2 run, we were man. And we went zone and they got better.
Yeah, we're gonna have to continue to play both.
Issues in the first half are explained to the team.
We got to be out. We got to be tougher than that. All right, in the second half, that'll win you the game. All right, scoring will come. You got to get stops. They're shooting 45%.
But Northern Illinois is the team that comes out hot, going ahead 36-29. However, the Sycamores maintain composure and go on a run led by 7 points from Taylor Whitley to take a 45-38 lead. A lead that would last and turn into a 58-52 victory.
We just keep battling. You know, this is a group that sort of right now refuses to lose and give up even when the chips are down.
A week of hard work pays off for Indiana State, but now it's time to put the victory in the past and look ahead to the next opponent, the next coaches meeting, film session, practice, and game. After all, this is what the Lady Sycamores live for. Lucas Mayer, NBC2 Sports.
The Pizza Hut Wabash Valley Classic wrapped up yesterday as the Rockville Rocks took on the Robinson Maroons. Terre Haute South was packed for the finals of a great tournament that has captivated the community for the last week. Here we go, the Maroons and Rocks going at it for all the pizza. Rockville came out storming, blitzing Robinson. Joel Wittenmeyer finds himself open down low. Robinson has to take a timeout and compose themselves. Jordan McFall makes that difficult. He gets one to fall from deep, and the Rocks with a 13-2 lead, 3:09 left in the first quarter. You knew Aaron Seiler and company wouldn't back down, though. The Maroons guard makes a patented shot from way back. Hard to defend that range. Some very physical play leads to Wittenmeyer being elbowed hard in the nose. He's bleeding everywhere and heads to the training room. Michael Akondi throws one down. Akondi may be the best dunker of the tournament and one of the better players as well. 18-14 Rockville. Wittenmeyer back in with a different non-bloodstained uniform. He gets the basket to go and draws the foul, igniting the Rock side. They lead 24-21 at half. Robinson would fight back in the second half, but Rock star Layden Mahurin took over down the stretch. A couple of crossover, drives, finishes, and gets the N1. Rockville runs down the clock. They win 44-39. It's the beginning of a new era down in Vincennes tonight. Former Indiana State women's basketball assistant Clint Weddle takes over a Northview Knights basketball team that is seeking a new identity. Next in sports, the Trent Miles era has ended at Indiana State and begun at Georgia State. After that tough loss, Boilermaker fans may be looking toward the future, and a key part of what lies ahead for Purdue was on display Friday night. Terre Haute South quarterback Danny Etling will be wearing black and gold next season, but first he had to face a tremendous Terre Haute North squad in yesterday's sectional rematch. The ISU basketball team came up just short against number 25 New Mexico in OT, and what a game it was. On Saturday, Jake Odom had another tremendous game, totaling 25 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. Former Hoosier great Steve Alford, the coach at New Mexico, had serious praise for the Sycamore guard. A bunch of thrillers, and the NFL action is not done yet. We have games currently being played and a Sunday night showdown between the Lions and 49ers. That's all for sports. We'll be back after a quick break.